about Facebook groups today because Facebook groups are awesome. They're one of my favorite, honestly, they're probably my second favorite part of Facebook, second to Facebook ads. But there are some serious things that people are doing wrong. And I want to make sure that you guys are able to connect in your Facebook groups. So that's what we're going to talk about. 3 things to stop doing in Facebook groups. If you follow me on Snapchat, out to Stacey Harris, shocking, I know. I previewed one of these on Friday because, like, super rant style, because I was like fed up. I was like, enough of this. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Is the 3 things to stop doing in Facebook. For those of you who are watching either live or the replay and are brand new to me, don't worry, Tara. We're gonna cover that same rant today. Brand new to me, I am the Stacey Harris. I'm an online marketing and social media trainer. I help people use social media effectively while leaving the douchebaggery behind. Awesome. So let's jump in for the sake of keeping this as brief as possible. 3 things to stop doing in Facebook groups. Number 1, posting and leaving. What I'm seeing a lot of is people are going in and dumping a post, and it's not even always promo. Sometimes it's sort of on their list of engagement questions. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Or a quote image or a question, and then they like run away. I remember reading a few years ago this like funny thing about phones or whatever, and it was like annoying things about phones. You call me, I call you back, and it goes to voicemail. Did you like drop your phone and run away? I feel like that's what people do with Facebook groups sometimes. They go in there, they drop their question, promo, quote image, inspiring graphic, infographic, whatever it is, and run. And that's not helpful. Remember, the purpose, the value of a Facebook group is that engagement, is that conversation that happens after the post. So it's not about your post. It's about the conversation that happens underneath it. Tara says, have a conversation, people. Be human. Exactly. And especially in the space that a lot of us are in, where we're solopreneurs or maybe we're managing a small virtual team, it can feel really easy to feel all alone and you're like in your little world. And Facebook groups allow us to connect with each other. They allow us to have that water cooler environment when we're maybe not near a water cooler when I sit here in my office all alone. The Skin Co. CEO says social media is losing social. Yeah, LOL. It's true. It really is true. It's funny to me how quickly people forget that part. And this is one of the most serious issues you see when you talk about deteriorating the social part is when you post and run. I call it drive-by posting. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. It is anti-social media. So posting and running away, not cool. Number 2, posting the same thing in 6 groups at the same time. Copy and paste is your friend, but not with Facebook groups. We will see that here's the thing. Here is the thing. And this whole Periscope is probably going to seem pretty ranty. Yes, people are still doing that, Tara. Trust me, I see them. So 2015, Tara says, I love it. Hearts for Tara. Hearts for Tara. So here's the thing, is the online marketing space, especially a lot of you watching are online female entrepreneurs, because that's my audience. And I love you guys because that's what I am too. And so here's the thing is, we're a large community. There are a ton of us, but it is somewhat small in the grand scheme of the world and all the Facebook groups in there. And the fact of the matter is, and Tara, I think you and I have actually talked about this last week, is you're going to see a lot of the same people in a lot of your groups. You're going to see a lot of cross-pollination as far as who you're engaging with. So what happens is if we're in 4 groups together and you copy and paste a post to all 4 groups, no matter how valuable it is, when it shows up in my timeline as one graphic and up at the top it says posted to, and it lists the group or 4 groups, and then it says the groups and it's got the copy, and you've now eaten up this much of my freaking timeline, it has lost all value. It doesn't matter how valuable the content was that you posted. So instead, you need to manage your updates in another place. The Skin Co. CEO says, where are these groups that you speak of? There are lots that I like. I like my group, my VIP. I like Heather Crabtree, who's also super awesome here on Periscope, and you should follow her if you don't. Has the Savvy Business Owners Club, Savvy Business something. If you go to heathercrabtree.com/savvy, I think there's an option to join in. Tara has the Bold Leadership Collective, which is fantastic. My favorite groups, honestly, I'm only in groups people hijack me into. I'm not going to mention that today, but we can put that as a star. Don't just randomly add people to groups. That's not cool either, guys. Not cool. If you send me a tweet or something, I will send you a list of some groups that I really love. But yeah, the fact of the matter is you're going to see a lot of duplication. My favorite groups are probably groups that come with programs I invested in. Amy Porterfield's Webinars That Convert. Denise Duffield Thomas's Lucky Bitch. B School and the groups that go under there. Those are probably my favorite groups. I think it's because when you invest in a program, you approach the Facebook group with a different objective than you do, yay, Lucky V's, than you do when you join a free community. That's my opinion. But there are some really valuable free groups as well. But like I said, when you're in these groups where you have a lot of the same audience from group to group, you have to find unique ways to connect with them. You have to find unique messages, and you can share the same core message. You can be sharing the same advice, but craft the message, and also share it at different times. I use Trello, and I'm actually going to have an article coming out pretty soon on how I use this, sort of detailing it, but I use Trello to manage my updates. So as you may know, if you're familiar with me, I'm going into a launch period. The card opens for Social Pro tomorrow. So I have those promo messages as well as my engagement points all laid out in Trello so that I can copy them from Trello and paste them into targeted Facebook groups and then mark where I've shared it before. So that's where copy and paste can help you manage your Facebook groups, because I don't have to be like, oh, what was I going to say? Or did I post this here? Or did I post it there? I'm managing that someplace in my stuff so that it's not losing the value of the message. Okay? Number 3, just to recap. Number 1 was posting and running away. Number 2 was copying and pasting the same message to 4 or 5 groups and in one swing. And number 3, which is the one I ranted about on Snapchat on Friday. Are you guys ready? I'm feeling it bubble already. Like, it's intense. Do not post something, a win, a share, usually some sort of celebration post is what this is, and then say, if you want to know how I did it, leave XYZ in the comments. And then those people who leave that phrase in the comments, you follow up with via private message and like share your details, which is usually a discovery call, a webinar, an opt-in, a program. If you want to provide value, if you want to share a message, which is what we're doing here, people, just share it. If you are full on sharing a promo, don't try to hide your promo behind this idea that you're sharing a win. But offline, I'll tell you how I did it. Because, I don't want to clutter up the space. No, we can see through you. We know what you're doing. So don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Do not waste your time with faux value. Both as a consumer, if you see faux value, see it for what it is, and remember that awesome Maya Angelou quote, which I'm going to totally paraphrase right now: when someone shows you who they are, believe them. I hope that credit is right, but it's what I saw on the internet, which is, 50-50. Realize that thank you for sharing, when someone shows you this faux value, it's faux value. Do not get sucked into it. And from your perspective, show up with real value. Remember, and Amy Porterfield says this, and I love that she says it, and I am shouting it from the rooftops with proper credit. Here's the thing. You want to leave them when you're in a free gear group or a webinar or your content. You want to leave them walking away with the idea that if that's what she gave me for free, what the heck is behind the paywall? What happens when I invest? If that's what she's willing to give me for free, if that's the kind of value she's showing up with now, remember, you need to be focused on the value. And these like ladder or these yes ladders or these, put in your phrase and I'll private message you the details. They're not focused on value. They're focused on getting you to a conversation point. I equate it with the idea like, come and we'll give you a free room if you sit down for our what are those called? Timeshare speeches. I live in Phoenix. They do a lot of those here. Focus, focus, focus on value. Give your best stuff up front without an opt-in link, without a promo. Share the value. Okay, so recapping the 3 things I'm talking, and these are certainly not the only 3 things to do. We had a bonus of just randomly adding people to the groups. That's not cool. But the 3 things we talked about today: posting and running away, copying and pasting to 600 groups. I have a lot more too, Tara, believe me. And number 3, the ladders. No, come in, provide value. Lead with value, okay? All right, like I said, there are a ton more, but these are the 3 things that I feel like not enough people are talking about. I think we hear a lot about not just adding people to groups. We hear a lot about, not just selling, not just promoting, but providing value. But these are the things that I'm seeing happen that I really wanted to address because I don't see a lot of people addressing them. And I want to make sure that you are, in fact, building social media that works without the douchebaggery. Because those 3 things are swimming in douchebaggery. Okay? All right. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for hanging out with me live. I really, really appreciate your time. If you're brand new to me, go ahead and hit the follow button so you can see when I go live. I go live every day, Monday through Friday. Again, thank you. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate your time and your attention. I know it is the only thing that we cannot make more of.